Welcome to another video from Robotic Mower Services. If you're wondering what we got going on here, this is an all-wheel drive mower, 435X to be precise, upside down on the bench. And the reason why it's upside down is because we're going to show you how to remove the battery from a 435X or 535 AWD Automower. And this is something that could possibly help you with some of the errors that you might have along the way with your all-wheel drive Automower. So that's why we thought this would be important to show you guys where the battery's at and how you can disconnect that and replace it. So we're going to start out by taking the screws here out of this cover where the battery is at. You didn't know, that's where the battery's located. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started on this process here and show you what's involved. All right, just like with pretty much everything to do with an Automower, you need a T20 Torx bit to get these 6 screws out of here. And what's different about these screws compared to most screws that you find on an Automower is that they don't just thread right into the plastic chassis. They actually thread into metal inserts, so they have a regular thread on them. Now, just because it has that regular thread on it and it's going into a metal insert does not mean that we would still recommend that you would use any kind of power tool to remove this cover or to reinsert this cover, because you can spin that metal insert that these screws thread into, you can spin that into plastic, and then you have all kinds of problems, because if you hit one of these screws here to go to loosen it and you got too much torque there and it spins that threaded insert that's in the plastic, if it spins it, then you're just going to keep spinning that insert with the screw as you try to spin the screw, and you're going to end up having to drill the screw out and replace that insert or try to cut the head off the screw or whatever. It's going to make the process go way longer. So rather than take the chance of causing yourself more headaches, just as easy to use one of these Torx bit screwdrivers or a type of screwdriver that takes the different bits, or one of the T-handled style ones like you've probably seen us use in some of our other videos. Plenty of options out there that don't require a battery, that aren't powered. So got our 6 screws out. It's going to pull up on this cover, and you want to make sure that this is all cleaned up before you go to removing this, because you got a lot of electrical components in here that you want to keep free and clear of moisture and dirt and debris. Now, what's unique about this battery here in the all-wheel drive mowers is that it actually has 2 plugs in it. So the power comes in through from the charging plates, and it goes into the battery, and then from the battery back out to the main board and all that other stuff. And I say I say it's unique because if you've ever had one of the like 450Xs or a 430X or like a 300 series Automower part, you have your charging plates at the front of the mower, and they're in the top cover. There's a harness that goes into the chassis with a grommet, and then from there they plug in and they go to a long harness that goes all the way back to the main board, and then at the main board, that is where your batteries plug in. So the battery plugs into the main board, the charging plate harness plugs into the main board. They're not connected together without that main board. Here, the power comes right from your charging plates into the battery and then out to all your other stuff. So just letting you know all that there. Of course, the next step, obviously, as you can see here, we got to take out the 2 screws here to remove this metal strap. Again, T20 Torx bit. We'll remove that. And then for taking the battery out, you're going to unhook your wiring harness coming in from your charging plates, and the other one here going out to your application board, and then you're good to go to just get the battery up out of the box there. And that's it. That is how you remove the battery. Okay, time to put the battery back in. Whether you're replacing it with a new battery or you pulled it out to try to trick it into accepting a new loop signal. Don't stop the video here. Don't think, well, I've seen enough, I know what I'm doing, because I got some more to show you here that could save you a lot of time and a lot of frustration. Obviously, when you're putting a new battery back in it, or the old battery, you're putting a battery back in it, period. Sit the battery back down in there and get it in there and plug the wires back in. You can only plug these in one way, and they're two completely different plugs, so you don't have to worry about plugging them into the wrong spot or anything. So there you go. That's in there. Then we got our metal hold down strap that goes across here, and it doesn't matter if you put it that way or you put it that way, it's still going to work for you. We need 2 screws here. Fasten that down. Now you'll notice on pretty much all this stuff, I always put the first screw in and I don't tighten that first screw back up completely until I have everything else lined up. You know, a lot of this stuff has slots in it, or you just don't want to be stressing it because it's plastic. And that's something I'm going to get to here. It's really important with this top cover for sealing up the battery and everything. You want to make sure that this whole surface around here is nice and clean. This lid is actually going to seal on this lip right here, but you want to make sure all the dirt and debris is out of these counter bores right here where these threaded inserts are at, because this is your lid and you have this rubber seal here that's going to seal against this lip, but there's these tits that stick up here on the screw holes. There's a shoulder there, and this shoulder's got to go down into that counter bore where the threaded inserts are at. And you want to make sure this surface right here is cleaned up, because otherwise, if you got dirt on here, it's going to hit against this and not let this cap go down far enough for this rubber to seal up on this lip. So, got stuff cleaned up here good enough. It doesn't matter if you put it on this way or you flip it around the other way. It's still going to fit because both sides, both ways are the same. What you want to do here, this is my advice for you, is you want to start in one corner. You're going to put a screw in, and like I was just saying, you're going to start to get the screw in there. You're going to start to pull down on this corner a little bit. Then you're going to go to the opposite corner over here. You're going to hold down on this, and you're going to put this screw in to where it starts to pull down on this corner over here a little bit. And come back over here to this one. Same thing, put this screw in to where it starts to pull down on this corner a little bit. And diagonal to the opposite corner. Again, put it in there to where it starts to pull down on this corner a little. Then you're going to do your 2 middle ones. I would go diagonal to this one here in the front, to where it starts to pull that down. And then the last one, we're going to put it in there. And this one here, we're going to start to take that one down pretty much to where it's starting to get snug. Now come back, get the one straight across from it, do the same thing to where it just starts to get snug. Then we'll go work our corners. And this is something for all you guys that get rammy and say, I know what I'm doing. Just going to slap this in there and off I go. All right, now we got everything down to where it's snug, and we're just going to go around here and we're going to actually tighten it. You can see just one hand on there. I'm not grabbing that with 2 hands and spinning it for all I've got. We'll do these 2 here in the middle. Get them pretty tight. That rubber seal is going to put some pressure pushing back upwards on this, so these screws are going to be against the lip in here, and that's going to be pushed on by that pressure from that seal. So these aren't going to vibrate out that easily, and you don't have to just crank them down until you spin the metal insert down in the chassis. But you want to get them all lined up, you want to get them all started, you want to get them all snug, and then go around and finish tightening them up. And the reason for that is very simple. You have those counter bores at every hole. You have shoulders on each one of the holes in this cap. So if you put a screw in here or a screw in here first, and you tighten that down the whole way, your next screw, whether you put this one in first and you're coming here to this one, or you put this one in first and you're going to there, or even to here, what's going to happen is you've already pulled one spot the whole way down into that counter bore and bottomed it out. So now this lid is cocked up at an angle like that. Let's say you did it the way we did it. You put this one in first. So you just pulled this corner down, that corner came up. So now your lid is sitting up at an angle like this, you know, like this. You got your lid at an angle, but your shoulder, you know, will be going straight out this way. Your counter bore is like this. So you're going to have to try to jam that down in there at an angle, and it's not going to work very well for you. It's not going to get a proper seal for you. You could end up stripping out the threaded insert. You could end up just mangling that up and twisting it into plastic. So if you go around like we just did here, and you put one in there to where it starts to move this lid, then do another one, then go around and start tightening them down, you're going to pull this down nice and evenly, and you're going to avoid any of those extra headaches and costly errors that will keep you from having your mower out there that you put a lot of money into actually doing what it's supposed to be doing and mowing the grass. So that was the important part there. You might be saying, I stuck around for this. Well, hey, you know, we got to show you this stuff. We got to tell you this stuff, because when we don't, everybody says, well, I didn't know that. Nobody told me that. So now you know. That's a little insider trick, a little tip there from us here at Robotic Mower Services to help save you some time and money and make your repair a little bit better if you're doing this on your own. As always, if you're looking for parts for your Automower, batteries, I believe we still have some of those in stock. You know, we're always ordering more stuff in, but some of this stuff, as you start to get to the middle to end of the season, does become a little bit more scarce. But I believe we have batteries in stock for the all-wheel drives. We got plenty of other parts in stock for the all-wheel drives. We're slowly adding more and more of them to our website, roboticmowerservices.com. If you're looking for parts for your all-wheel drive Automower, or any Automowers here in the United States, or if you're looking to buy an all-wheel drive or any other type of Automower currently available, roboticmowerservices.com. Go in there and check out what we got. If you don't see something on there that you're looking for as far as a part, accessory, or a model of Automower, shoot us an email to roboticmowerservices@gmail.com. If you go in there under our tech support page, we have a lot of videos on there that show you a lot of this stuff and walk you through some of this stuff. And we also have a way on there where you can contact us for tech support through email. Again, roboticmowerservices@gmail.com. And roboticmowerservices.com is the website to go check out for anything Automower related that you're looking for or hoping to find. That's going to do it for this video here. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.